Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most epic stories you ever hear, a tale of superhuman strength, passionate love, and devastating betrayal. It's the story of a man chosen by God before he was even born, a man destined for greatness, but who walked a path filled with temptation and tragedy. We're talking about Samson, the muscle-bound Nazarite judge of Israel. You might think you know his story: the long hair, the affair with Delilah, the pulling down of a temple. But there's so much more to it. This isn't just a superhero story from the ancient world. It's a powerful lesson about strength, weakness, and God's unwavering grace. So, grab your Bibles or just lean in close, because we're about to unpack the incredible life of Samson. Alright, let's break down Samson's journey. His story, found in the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16, can be divided into three main parts. First, we have Samson's miraculous birth and divine calling. An angel appears to his parents, who were unable to have children, and announces that they will have a son. This son is to be a Nazarite from birth, meaning he must never drink wine, touch anything dead, or cut his hair. This vow was a sign of his complete dedication to God. From the very beginning, Samson was set apart for a special purpose: to begin the deliverance of Israel from the hands of the Philistines. The Spirit of the Lord began to stir in him, marking him as God's chosen instrument. The second part of his story is what I call Samson's conflicts and compromises. This is where things get messy. Despite his divine calling, Samson is driven by his own desires. His strength was from God, but his choices were often his own. He demands to marry a Philistine woman, which was against God's law for the Israelites. This decision leads to a series of escalating conflicts. There's the famous riddle at his wedding feast, the betrayal by his wife, and his single-handed slaughter of 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey. In these moments, we see his incredible God-given strength on full display. He is a one-man army. Yet, we also see a pattern of anger, pride, and a dangerous attraction to women who would lead him astray. He was physically strong, but morally and spiritually vulnerable. Finally, we arrive at the third act: Samson's downfall and ultimate redemption. This is the part of the story everyone knows, featuring the infamous Delilah. Bribed by the Philistine rulers, Delilah persistently badgers Samson to reveal the secret of his strength. 3 times he deceives her, but he's playing with fire. He's so confident in his own power that he doesn't see the trap closing in. Eventually, worn down by her nagging, he gives in. He tells her about his Nazarite vow, that his hair has never been cut. He compromises his sacred commitment to God. While he sleeps, his hair is cut, his strength leaves him, and the Philistines capture him. They gouge out his eyes and force him to grind grain in a prison, a symbol of his complete humiliation. He went from being a celebrated hero to a blind, powerless slave. But this is not the end. In his darkest moment, Samson turns back to God. He prays for his strength to return one last time, not for his own revenge, but to fulfill his mission against God's enemies. God answers his prayer. At a great festival, they bring him out to mock him. Standing between the 2 central pillars of the temple, Samson pushes with all his might, bringing the entire structure down and finishing his life's work. Now, how do we tell this incredible story to kids? It's a fantastic adventure. Imagine a super strong hero named Samson. Before Samson was even born, an angel told his mom and dad that he would be a special helper for God. To be God's super strong helper, he had to follow 3 special rules: no grape juice, no touching yucky dead things, and most importantly, never, ever cut his hair. His long hair was a reminder that his strength came from God. Samson grew up and he was so strong, he could beat a lion with his bare hands. Raw. But sometimes, Samson forgot to listen to God. He made some bad choices. He liked a lady named Delilah, but she wasn't a good friend. The bad guys, the Philistines, told Delilah, "We'll give you lots of money if you find out Samson's secret." So Delilah kept asking Samson, "What makes you so strong? Tell me, please." Samson told her silly secrets at first. "Tie me up with new ropes," he'd say, but he would just snap them. POW. But Delilah kept bugging him, and finally, Samson got tired and told her the truth. "My strength is in my long hair. It's my special promise to God." Oh no. While Samson was sleeping, Delilah let the bad guys come in and cut off all his hair. When Samson woke up, his super strength was gone. The Philistines captured him and were very mean to him. Samson was so sad. He knew he had broken his promise to God. But even when we make mistakes, God still loves us. In prison, Samson's hair started to grow back, little by little. One day, the Philistines were having a big party in their temple, and they brought Samson out to make fun of him. Samson prayed a very important prayer. He said, "God, please, give me my strength just one more time." And guess what? God heard him. Samson put his hands on the big pillars holding up the whole building. He pushed with all his might. Crash! The whole temple came tumbling down. Samson defeated the bad guys, and in the end, he remembered that his real strength always came from God. It's a good reminder for us to always listen to God and ask for his help, because he makes us strong on the inside. So what's the big takeaway for us today from Samson's life? It's not just about hair and muscles. The real lesson is about the source of our strength and the danger of pride. Samson's story is a powerful warning that talent and giftedness are not substitutes for character and obedience. He was given incredible power by God, but he relied on it for himself. He thought his strength was in his hair, but it was really in his relationship with God, which the hair only symbolized. When he broke his vow, he severed that connection, and the power left. Think about it in our own lives. What are our gifts? Maybe you're smart, athletic, artistic, or charismatic. It's easy to become proud of these things and think we achieved them on our own. Samson's downfall teaches us that our greatest strengths can become our greatest weaknesses if we allow pride to take root. His story shows that compromise is a slippery slope. A small step away from God's path can lead to a disastrous fall. He toyed with temptation, thinking he could control it, but in the end, it controlled him. But here's the beautiful, motivational part. Even after his catastrophic failure, God didn't abandon him. Samson's story doesn't end in that prison. It ends in an act of redemption. Blind, weak, and humiliated, Samson finally reached a point of total dependence on God. His final prayer wasn't one of pride, but of desperation and renewed purpose. And God answered. This shows us that no matter how far we've fallen, no matter how big our mistakes, it is never too late to turn back to God. His grace is bigger than our failures. Your past does not have to define your future. In your moment of weakness, when you feel you have nothing left, that is when you can find true strength by relying completely on Him. Samson's greatest victory came not at the peak of his power, but from the depths of his weakness. That's a powerful message of hope for all of us. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the powerful and complex life of Samson. It's a story that challenges us to look at our own lives, our strengths, our weaknesses, and where we ultimately place our trust. If this story resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What part of Samson's journey stands out to you the most? Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into timeless stories just like this one. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Until next time, stay strong, stay humble, and remember where your true strength comes from. See you soon.